Hey guys, Tactic here. Patch 2.1.2 finally went live a few days ago and it brought huge buffs to the Nullifier build. There are no big changes to the core of the build, but I will try to cover everything different in this new content, considering I only played a few days with it. So I fooled around yesterday and noticed I literally face rolled Greater Rift 36 and then went up to Greater Rift 37 that I finished in 13 minutes. And then I finished Greater Rift 38. As you can see in this video, I attempt to finish it in time as well. But you can basically see all the mobs you don't want to encounter in them. So I didn't have time. I'm just gonna show you how it works and you'll take it from there. So as you can see, this build now is a lot tougher than before. The ancients are tougher too, but still it's too much for them to withstand the high amount of damage they take, coupled with the half the damage I take. Bottom line, in certain situations they will simply get demolished. But the good news is, in 2.1.2 you can still fight even when your ancients are dead. And keep in mind, you can get a ton more toughness than me in this video from more ancient items and better bonuses, but it will be a long journey to get them. For example, at the weapons you will need ancient Shard of Hate coupled with the ancient Odin's Son. This will be the best in slot weapons for this build, and it will be extremely hard to get considering the Odin's Son has the main stats and the secondary. You need both of them good rolled and to be an ancient. And then you need the Shard of Hate, which I will show you at the end. I was extremely lucky in the first few hours of the game. I basically got an ancient Shard of Hate. And the new changes made this weapon the most fun and powerful item for the Nullifier build. And as I said before, if you're lucky like me, you will find an ancient version of it. But if you're not lucky, you simply equip a good rolled ancient weapon in your main hand and a good rolled Shard of Hate in the offhand. It doesn't really need to be ancient, you need the proc. And the sparks will still scale with the high damage of the ancient weapon you have in your main hand. Now on Torment 6 you literally destroy with this build. You can even swap some skills and items around to get more damage. But keep in mind, I still failed to find a proper Hellfire neck to get 20% extra damage. But just swap Unity with the Lightning Stone of Jordan and you're ready to show off your luxurious build to your friends. On Torment 6 you can even swap Ice Climbers with Immortal King boots and wear the Thunder God's Vigor as a belt instead of the Immortal King belt. This will give you a lot of DPS even if it doesn't show on sheet. So if you press C you won't see miracles, but an extra lightning proc and 15% more lightning damage will actually be a huge buff to your DPS. Now if you want more DPS, especially if you play on softcore and you can afford to wear an Andariel's, just swap the Skull of Resonance with Andariel's and you have more lightning damage again and an extra proc. And then you can replace the Threatening Shout with Wrath of the Berserker or something. This will bring your DPS up to stupid levels. Like, I think you can reach 8 million sheet damage if you have all the buffs up. I didn't try it yet, but I will in the future. Now I do realize that this is the hardest build I've seen that you can maximize, considering I never reached the gear I wanted to have on the Nullifier Barb. It's a constant hunt for improvements and hype, since every small upgrade matters in this build due to the scalability of the numbers. I personally can't wait to polish the build and see if I can break Greater Rift 40 with it. But you can see in this video that as a hardcore player you can never feel safer and tougher, considering the whole instance struggles to kill you while you stand tall and give them pain. You literally feel like a thunder god with this build. I've seen lots of people on the forum saying that they tried the build and it's nowhere near what they see in a video. First of all, as I said before, this is extremely demanding and you really have to follow the instructions of the guide. Basically, you have to use the items, the rolls, and the skills recommended. Oh yeah, and don't forget about the gems. Basically, even in this video, my gems are only made by this barb, so I didn't level them up with my demon hunter and swap them in. Like, I didn't do anything else with any other characters that will help this barb. This is actually something I enjoy playing and pushing the limits with it, like especially on solo. So I play with my friends, I play on my Raker Barb, on my Demon Hunter, on my Wizard, on my Witch Doctor. But you all know you have a favorite character to play, and this is the one I like the most. This is the one I push the limits with, and it's actually enjoying, first of all, because of the effects. You basically control monsters around you. The toughness of this barb is stupid, and of course the damage is, especially now with the changes on the Shard of Hate and the ancient items, the damage is actually starting to look better and better. The more ancient items I put on, the better I perform. And I almost forgot, I remember saying it in the past, but like, this is really important. You need melee and ranged reduction on the chest, the I don't know, the wrist, the chest, and the necklace. You really need as many melee and ranged damage reduction, because you take a beating every second, so you need to reduce all the damage. So now ideally the chest, the neck, or the wrists will need to be ancient, and keep in mind, I know this is extremely rare or almost impossible to get, but you can get both of them. You can get ranged and melee reduction on each of them. So I don't know, this is pure gold if you find them, but I saw only one item and it wasn't even mine with both those rolls, so good luck hunting that. But yeah, just keep in mind those two secondaries are extremely good and vital for this build. Also, the 11% elite damage reduction on chest is a must, since you get a hard beating every second again, and the effects on the ground, all the arcane cutters, I don't think the molten explosions are reduced by it, but you need 11% elite damage reduction as well. Now I will make a list of the best in-slot items and skills to use for Torment 6, for softcore or hardcore. I won't really bore you guys more in this video, and we'll try to update the mechanics of the build, which are really complex, and you should read it at least once to get the whole picture before actually trying. And also, I have been talking with some friends lately that found ancient Chefner's hammer and ancient furnaces, and I really want to know what they can dish out with this build with those weapons. I'm really curious if they are if they can perform better than one-handers, because this is the debate on this build on all the channels. Like, is it more viable to use one-handers? Is it more viable to use two-handers? What's the advantages of using two-handers or the other way? Because, for example, in this video I am lacking Odin Sun, so my single target is way down. Once I find an Odin Sun, my damage will go up with over 20% overall, especially single target. This is due to the proc, the 400%, well, approximately 400% lightning damage. It links 3 times to the same target as well, so that's like 1200 lightning damage on one target, which is freaking insane if you think about it. Plus the 20% lightning damage bonus. Well, it's simply a jewel of a weapon to have on this build, and it's a must-have. But as I told you before, the main problem is you have to find a good rolled audience on the main stats, on the secondary, and to be ancient weapon. So this will be extremely hard to accomplish. Another critical aspect most of my viewers skip is the follower. Please watch the video of the Templar DPS build. It's on my channel. It's super important to get one similar to it. The Bolkatos wedding band is the most important, but trust me, the other items help a lot. I've seen lots of other streamers or YouTubers coincidentally with the exact Templar build I posted months ago, so it's no secret anymore. Just, it doesn't hurt, just throw the items on your follower and you'll see that it helps a lot, especially now that you can go on higher greater rifts since the damage is lower on the mob side. Just try it. Equip a follower and use it, because it's extra damage, extra survivability, extra resources, so just do it. Now let's talk about this video more. And as you can see, even right now the mobs are freaking horrible. The mobs are with fire chains, they are the types that run away. This is exactly the most horrible rift. I think I'm exaggerating now, but it's exactly what you don't want in this build. You don't want enemies that run around. You need mobs that just pile up on you so you can just nuke them down as soon as possible. It's extremely annoying to run around and play hide and seek with mobs. It's basically a waste of time, and since I'm so stubborn and I hate skipping mobs, once I encounter mobs like these, I basically just lose the rift, because I really don't have all day to just enter rifts, close them, enter, close. So in the time I play, I try to maximize and have fun as well, because it's not all about competition, it's more about fun from my side. And as you can see on the ground, it's full of lightning effects, poison effects, I don't know, thunder strikes. The mobs are hitting me, and it's basically, this build is extremely tough. I can say it again and again. This is the toughest build I've ever seen or played with. It's fun. It had lots of effects. You can always improve it. It's extremely rare to see it. Like, if you have a build like this, you don't see many people having it around, especially on hardcore, because my character didn't die for months. So right now, it doesn't really matter what I have on him, because the ancient items. But in all the months I've played it before, I didn't have best in slot gear for him. So it's actually extremely fun to play. You always can improve him. And right now, I don't know, if you miss like the Skull of Resonance, the Hexing Pants, one of the weapons, you basically still can play it. You can replace lots of items, as I will show you guys in a description, because I'll put all this information on forums. So this is only opinions. I can't wait to see how you guys think of it, and if you think you find better options or alternatives. Like there's a guy on Reddit that showed me his tests. He was testing the DPS of this build on GOM and proved me how two-handers can be faster at killing GOM, which was actually incredible for me to hear. Because on single target, you know, Odin Sun plus procs plus the full 25% rage, that was like that was a shocker for me. But right now I think with the new Shard of Hate, that the timers will be, if not closer, even better with one-handers than before, simply because you just fill the screen with the sparks, and there are lots of sparks. Each spark can crit, each spark can add up to the dots damage. Each spark splits the damage to everyone for 20% from the blood rage. Uh, there's a lots of mechanics working hand in hand by using one-handers. Not to mention about the extra strength, the extra vitality, the life per hit, the attack speed bonus, the spins per second for the whirlwind. There's lots of options that I don't even dare to put them on paper, because it will be a lots of maths to do, and I already have lots of maths to do at my university. So hopefully I won't be lazy in the future, and I'll actually test things out. But right now, I really recommend you guys to test this build up, because I don't know, it feels more alive. It feels more like a barb, like you actually get hit. As you can see, I face tank the major smashes of this boss, and you feel like you are a melee class. So I really recommend you to try out this build. And yeah, another thing, I just found an ancient Immortal King chest, and simply because it doesn't have 7% melee reduction, I still use the non-ancient one. So 7% melee damage reduction on a normal chest makes it even better than an ancient version of it. So I know this is not something critical for softcore players, but you really have, if you have the option of having 7%, it's a big plus. On hardcore, this is the main stats I'm looking for: melee and ranged damage reduction. Other than that, the spell damage, of course, and the vitality. I don't know, I have almost 1,200,000 HP on this barb, and you can only imagine the health per second I get from Inspiring Presence. And Inspiring Presence works like a charm on your followers also. All this information and details you can find in the guides in the previous videos. I think I'm gonna, here I'm showing off the damage and the toughness on single target, which is crazy. I wish I had an Odin Sun in main hand here. Even on non-ancient one, I would swap with an Odin Sun on single target, simply because that link is crazy. That single target damage is incredibly high. So I think this is it, guys. I'll try, I mean, I won't try, I'm sure I'll make a video in the future with 38 or 39 Greater Rift, and this is about it. So I think the audio quality is better now, because I got some bad feedback in the past about the quality of audio, and I think this will be better now. I really don't have all the resources necessary to to adjust and fix all the problems. I would actually love to stream as well, but my laptop will explode if I do. Won't happen anytime soon, but yeah, expect more videos from me because I have lots of interesting stuff to tell you guys and to share. And this is about it. Thanks a lot for all the support, and I really like talking with you guys on in game and doing runs with you guys, and I hope more of you will have courage to start playing hardcore because it's actually extremely fun. It's a new game actually, so it's worth trying out, especially with this build because I've been alive for months, even almost a year now, so everybody can do it if I can do it, especially because I'm fucking crazy and I almost died tons of times. So thanks for watching guys, and see you guys next time.